Hello, welcome to Miracle Monday, and I'm Dawn Petalino. And if this is your first time joining Miracle Monday, I am a transformational coach for women going through transitions and the best-selling author of Peace, Power, and Miracles. And Miracle Monday is where I reflect and offer you some tips and some tools, most importantly, some truths based on two books that I study, A Course in Miracles and A Course of Love. And they are certainly not the only truth that's out there, but like all roads lead to Rome, I feel like all the different spirituality, the different religions, there are certain truths that embody them that really do lead to Rome. They really are the core. And so if these resonate with you, you might enjoy A Course in Miracles and A Course of Love. And today is about manifesting. You know, a lot of times when we want to manifest something, we think about, well, a lot of times, myself included, we think about money, right? And we think about, I want to have this, and I want to have that kind of car, and this kind of house, and this, and this. And it can feel really exciting, and, you know, and just all possibilities. And that's great. However, we get discouraged then when they don't come into our life. And here's why. Because you can manifest. Our minds are that powerful, and we can work really hard and get the things that we think that we want. But what often happens is those things that we think, and when I say think, we're coming from that ego mind, our small personality self of being in this world and what would make us good in this world. When we think we want those things, there's a couple things there. Why do we want those things? What do we feel is lacking right now? Because manifestation happens not because you're repeating affirmations, but because of what you truly believe. So why do you want those things? You have to look at that. What, are you feeling some lack in your life? Because you will call into your life these things, but they won't actually turn out the way that you had hoped, because they're coming from an egoic place, a small self place, maybe even a wounded place. So what's the alternative? The alternative is connection. The alternative is remember first your source. Connect to your source first. Through meditation, through prayer, through reading spiritual material, through listening to lectures like this. However you do it, you want to connect to the heart first, to that divine mind, to that divine self inside of you, so you can begin to hear that still small voice. And then you go within, and whenever you connect with your heart, see what the desire there is, not from the thinking mind, but from the heart. You know, A Course in Miracles tells us the difference between magic and miracles. And it says, you know, miracles are when you magic is when you're trying to do miracles on your own. But miracles only come about through joining. Through joining. Because if we're trying to manifest something, if we're thinking we're going to draw something into our life, we're really coming from that small self unless we connect first. Because even my best idea is still my best idea of this small self. That too has limitations. And it can only go so far. And again, you might find it comes into your life and realize, oh, this wasn't all it's cracked up to be. We've all had that experience. But when you join and you ask your spirit and you ask that source and you go within to that heart, what is the desire? What do you want for me? Then be open. Be open to what idea comes, even if it goes against something you think, oh, I'm not doing that. Because anything that comes from the miraculous, that comes from the heart, that comes from the source, the divine mind, will have a ripple effect for the good of everyone. Not only that, because it's coming from the divine source and the creation of all beings, it cannot be stopped. It is already accomplished. You know, the Course in Miracles says that it is certain, it is sure in the certainty that no obstacle will impede the accomplishment of any goal that serves the greater plan established for the good of everyone. No obstacle. Therefore, whatever you manifest in connection and union with your source, and this is where you kind of surrender your agenda. Doesn't mean you won't get those things, but it will come in a way that is best for you, and if it is best for you. And it'll come in a way that brings you joy, and that feels like a miracle. But you have to surrender. Surrender to what you want and say, I am willing to close the door on that, and I am willing to go with the greater plan, knowing that is what is truly going to bring me joy. Truly. I mean, I lived it. I had the picture. I had everything and I was a good manifester. I didn't know that's what I was doing, but I was so focused. I would get what I wanted until I found myself in a position where I had everything that I wanted and I still wasn't happy. Because if I couldn't be happy with myself, it didn't matter what I had. I couldn't be happy with that either. But it also wasn't the things, they weren't the things that I truly desired. They were the things the world told me would keep me safe, would make me happy. So I listened to those voices, got them, and thought, is this all there is? And I talk about that in my book, Peace, Power, and Miracles. But to really begin living a miraculous life, where every day is kind of like Christmas, where you don't even know what's coming, but you know that it is good and you know it's already accomplished, is to connect first with your source. To decide first, I'm going to come from the larger mind of unlimited possibility and allow that intelligence that wants to live through me as me to dictate, to tell me what it wants, knowing that since it created you, it will give you the thing that truly makes you happy. Happy Miracle Monday. I hope you're willing to surrender your agenda and ask the situation, ask your higher self, what is it you want here? What is it you want from me? And then be willing to be amazed. Happy Miracle Monday. I hope you have a great week and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye for now.